A county of spires and squires. Historic homes and ancestral seats are a rich part of Northamptonshire's heritage. But there are lots more rural treasures to uncover here.
What was once known as a hidden shire is a secret no more.
Northamptonshire, in the middle of England, is surrounded by 8 other counties. One popular publication recently described the Rose of the Shires as an underrated holiday destination that should be added to all our staycation lists. But those who already live here don't need any persuading.
Northamptonshire is a fabulous county to live in because we've got the fantastic buildings, we've got some lovely countryside, and it's a varied countryside. It's not all hills and hollows, it is, we have hills, but we also have some lovely flatlands.
Elegant and prosperous market towns like Oundle are surrounded by beautiful fudge-coloured villages such as Brixworth and Stoke Bruin. And whilst the county might be landlocked, a network of canals weave through the countryside and make for some cracking days out by the water. There's history, culture and community here, and you can immerse yourself in it without having to jostle with the hordes. No wonder people refer to it as the Cotswolds without the crowds.
People are wonderfully kind and friendly, and also it has beautiful old stone buildings and market towns around here. So it's just perfect a place to bring up a family.
I couldn't tell you why, but Northamptonshire isn't a county we come to very often. It's certainly my first escape house hunt here. But what I can tell you is that it's an ocean away from where today's couple are moving from. Somewhere I suspect many of us would rather like to escape to.
Hi, I'm Pete.
And I'm Jarlath, and we've just relocated from Bermuda back to the UK.
We currently are staying in Oakham with relatives, however it'd be nice to have our own place. We've lived in probably 8 properties since 2015 in the UK and in Bermuda, and I think now is the time for us to both to put some roots down and actually start living rather than kind of jaunting around all over the place.
Pete, a retired police officer, and Jarlath, a chartered secretary, returned to the UK just 4 weeks ago after a 2-year stint on the island of Bermuda in the North Atlantic Ocean.
It is a completely different place altogether. It's 20 miles long and 1 mile wide. So for us, it's the expanse of the UK. You know, you can drive for an hour and still be nowhere. And it did highlight to us while we were there how much we did miss and love the UK.
Although the weather, not so much.
Coming to do a little bit of clothes shopping because it is so cold.
It certainly is. I've had to buy a cashmere scarf. I have my waterproof jacket on, cardigan, long sleeve blouse, jeans, trainers, socks, and it's still cold. It's not Bermuda weather.
It's not 25 degrees, bring that back, that's for sure.
Well, I can't promise a balmy Bermuda-style climate in Northamptonshire, but I am confident I can find them a new community in which to start their rural life. Jarlath and Pete are looking for a detached property with a large garden. It should have a spacious kitchen diner and a minimum of 3 bedrooms. Jarlath would like a study, Pete a garage. They'd like to be within a 15-minute drive of a station with direct trains to London, and they've put aside a budget of £600,000 with which to make their move to rural Northamptonshire.
Moving's a big deal for anyone, but going from Bermuda to the English countryside, blue seas to green fields. But this move is all about being closer to family, and who can blame them? Bermuda's a long way away, and after the last couple of years, being close to family is important to everybody, not just these two. Let's see how we get on, shall we? So it's a big change then, going from Bermuda to here. Whose idea was that?
That's probably mine, Steve. To be honest, where we lived before, we could look out of the window and we had the whole of the North Atlantic in front of us. And the week before we left Bermuda, we were watching humpback whales jumping, and the sea there is like no other colour I've ever seen before.
We're doing the wrong show. We should be doing House Swap. I'm going to go and live where you was, and you can come and live where I am. But no, what are you looking for with this move? I mean, what about the lifestyle that you'd like to be living?
We'd like to be cycling as much as possible, you know, enjoying the outdoors. We wanted to get a dog, so we'd like to be walking the dog and taking it for walks everywhere and, you know, getting involved in the community.
A little bit of veg growing and that kind of thing, you know.
That sounds to me like a chance for you to enjoy yourselves as much as moving for family.
Yeah, I think so, Steve.
Should we get a move on?
Let's go.
Do it.
Our tour of Northamptonshire begins in Nether Hayford. This is one well-connected village. It's just 2 miles from the M1 and a 20-minute drive to Northampton station, from where direct trains to London take under an hour. With a lovely large village green at its heart, Nether Hayford has 2 pubs, a butcher's, a general store, a primary school and a village hall. It also has its own newspaper, The Prattler, run by volunteer residents. A 5-minute walk from the green, we find our first house.
And here we are. And this is the first of the properties I would like to show you.
It's different to what I was envisioning, but you can see it's a big house. It looks lovely.
It's fantastic to have this much off-road parking, but to have a garage as well. It looks like it ticks a lot of our boxes, Steve, from the outside. I'm looking forward to getting inside and having another look.
Originally 2 cottages, this detached Victorian property has been totally renovated by the vendors to create a spacious home of more than 1,700 square feet. The most recent overhauled room is the kitchen, where we're starting this viewing.
Wow, it's deceiving, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It's a real country kitchen, isn't it? And it's much bigger than I actually thought it was going to be.
Beautiful style.
Yeah, it's lovely style.
Not sure if it's big enough for what we're intending to have. I would like an island and a separate dining area and space for maybe a sofa. So a little bit bigger, but it's gorgeous.
I think we'd be looking to probably put one of those American fridge freezers in here, wouldn't we?
And that would ruin the whole aesthetic, really.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's that compromise, isn't it? I think an American-style fridge freezer will work in here as long as the decor around it and everything else can go with it.
Yeah. It's not necessarily about the size of the kitchen for me. It'd be interesting to see if there's a separate dining room as well, or whether this is the sole dining area. That might change things slightly.
Ah, Pete, I think things might change a lot, because this house delivers plenty of options when it comes to eating and entertaining.
It's a lovely space, isn't it? And it could lend itself to be a dining room.
Yeah, it is a big space, isn't it? I'm not sure, would you take that out, do you think?
No, that's the thing. I wouldn't want to ruin that fireplace. But I'm admiring that stone wall.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
No.
So thick. Really thick, isn't it?
They've done a really good job.
Haven't they?
It looks really good.
I like the Victorian-style fireplace with the tiles.
The one that you wanted to rip out just a second ago.
Well,
This is one of 3 reception rooms.
Have a little peek just through that doorway there.
wow.
Oh. OK. That changes everything. There's a log burner.
Well, that's you happy then, isn't it?
It certainly is. Winter's day,
TV on the wall.
dog by the fire.
Yeah.
A 2-storey extension, added about 13 years ago, created this lovely garden room with access to the rear.
It's a deceiving house. This could work as either a dining room or dining room come study. Double doors onto the patio.
Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it?
That is really nice.
So if you wanted a barbecue,
Perfect
place to
setting.
do, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sending Jarlath and Pete to take a look around upstairs on their own.
Oh, wow. It's a big landing, isn't it?
oh, it goes back further than I thought.
It does.
On the upper floor above the extension is the largest double bedroom.
Oh, wow. This is lovely. And a lot bigger than I expected.
Good size, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like the double aspect, actually.
So nice.
Really bright.
And you get a view from both sides.
Oh, yeah. Look at that garden.
There's also a good-sized single bedroom, a spacious family bathroom with a separate bath and shower, and another double bedroom.
Well, this is bigger than I expected.
Yeah,
Again.
it's a good double room, isn't it?
Yeah. And dual aspect again.
Yeah, I know. Lots of light.
There's one more double bedroom, bringing the total to 4.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see a double bed in here, were you?
No, I thought this was going to be a single.
I mean, I think this room would be ideal for friends to stay.
And when family and friends do come over, there's a beautiful garden in which to entertain them.
And what about this then for a back garden? I mean, the sun, south facing, I want it. I do.
It's a beautiful garden that would certainly be enough to keep me busy for some time.
So let's go straight into the price. How much do you think it's on the market for?
I would hazard a guess at £595,000.
Okay.
See, I think it's probably over budget because of the arterial routes that you've got close by, so I would have said £625,000.
Okay, well, it's actually on the market for £599,995.
You win.
Yeah, that's right. So it is right up there on budget. Whether it's the property for you or not, you can see why, can't you?
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth the money.
On the market for just shy of £600,000, this detached Victorian property has 3 reception rooms, 4 bedrooms and a contemporary country kitchen diner. It also has an immaculate walled garden, off-street parking and a double-length garage.
I think for me, yeah, the house has grown on me in the time that we've been viewing today, and a large part of that is to do with this garden. For me, I still think some of the rooms inside are a little bit small for us, but the garden is kind of diluting that.
All the rooms downstairs and the large rooms upstairs makes for a lovely house, and I'm really, really pleased with it.
A great starting point, I think, onwards and upwards.
Hey, you okay?
Really good.
Seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Brilliant.
Lead the way.
Thank you.
Oundle. Sitting in the north of Northamptonshire, this historic market town is renowned for its Georgian streets.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's nice. It would be nice to have this on your doorstep, wouldn't it?
And impressive limestone buildings. We arranged for Jarlath and Pete to explore the town, which is regularly voted one of the top places to live in the county.
Rodolph Style Theatre. I bet that's really nice inside, actually.
There's no train station here, but there is a regular bus service to Peterborough Station, which takes around half an hour. From there are lots of direct trains to London and York. By car, the A1 is a 15-minute drive away, and Northampton, 45 minutes. For a small town, there's a huge variety of pubs, tea shops and restaurants.
And this tapas coffee bar looks good.
And lots of independent shops.
Bakers and confectioners.
See? Just need a
Everything.
candlestick maker now.
Local resident Samantha owns an interiors store in the centre of town.
Oundle's really great for local shopping. I think it's the best place to come for independent shops in Northamptonshire. We've also got a weekly market as well as a monthly farmers market. A lot of the independent shops in Oundle have been here a really, really long time, so it just shows that the locals really do love their independent shops and they really do support them.
And one such shop is Greenman Antiques.
My family's business has been here since the 1920s. My grandfather was a cabinet maker, and then my father came in 1952 and started up a clock and watchmaking business, and we're still in business across the road doing clock and watch repairs.
Jason Atkinson, chair of the town's tennis club, moved to Oundle with his wife Katie 18 years ago.
I think there's a little bit of everything here. That's what we found. It might be small but perfectly formed. There's a fantastic bike store, and they put on, lots of events to get people together. And they do one where you stop at a couple of pubs.
Sounds more like it.
Pubs are a
Yeah.
big thing in Oundle, and there's some lovely places to go and sit out, and that's very sociable.
It's a bit of a gem. Love you guys to come here. Don't tell anyone else.
Well, it might be a bit late for that because Louise Pentland, one of the country's top social media influencers, regularly raves about the county to her 2.5 million Instagram followers. I'm catching up with her in Sirewell Country Park.
How much of Northamptonshire has shaped you and your content?
Yeah, well, a lot, I guess. It's a lovely place to live. If you're looking for somewhere where you can get more space for your money, a really great quality of life, lots of things to do on your doorstep and surrounding, and you know, you're looking to start a family or grow a family, I would say it's a definite, give it a go. It's calm here, it's peaceful, I feel safe, it's warm, it's welcoming, and there is a lot to do. It has everything I need. It has shops, it has great access to the city if I want to dip in and out of it, but I love dipping out of it. I love coming back from London and being like, I can breathe, I can just relax, I can just chill out.
Do you think that sometimes Northamptonshire might get a little bit overlooked?
Yes, it does. So Northamptonshire is a hidden gem. It doesn't matter what direction, you'll find countryside eventually, and we have so many places like this reservoir, country parks, amazing like big estate houses. They have ornamental gardens. So I feel like I have a higher quality of life, and my children also have that higher quality of life too. I'm a big advocate.
You certainly seem that way. Well, good luck with everything you're doing, and you've certainly sold Northamptonshire to me.
Oh, good.
We're heading now to the delightfully named Clopton, close to the county border with Cambridgeshire. The nearest village, Titchmarsh, is a 5-minute drive away and has a shop, a school, a church and a pub. For Jarlath's commute to London, Kettering Station, a 25-minute drive away, has more than 40 daily direct trains to St Pancras International, with most taking less than an hour. On the edge of Clopton, in a small row of 10 other houses, is the next property we've lined up for Jarlath and Pete to view.
So here we are then, the second of our offerings for you.
It's a new build and it looks lovely.
It does, doesn't it? The first thing I'm spotting is those solar panels on the roof.
It's funny you spotted those, because this house is built as an eco house, and you'll understand exactly why I've brought you here the second we get through those front doors. Wow. Should we get straight in?
Please.
Please.
This award-winning property uses a unique combination of green technologies, more of which later, to achieve an ultra-low carbon status. It's also seriously stylish.
Speechless.
Right, so if I remember, you said something about having an island. Well, there it is. Did somebody mention some sofas in the kitchen? So there they are. There they are. How's that suiting?
I mean, it's a bit of a magic trick, I think. That's just amazing. I'm speechless.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. Really is. Yeah. I just can't believe how lovely it is.
Through the doors here is the utility room, but it's also, at the moment, a dog grooming room, and it's also where all the magic happens.
Here comes the science bit. This house uses an earth energy bank to store summertime heat in the ground below the building for use in the winter. The stored heat is extracted from the bank using a ground source heat pump. This kind of system is cheaper and uses less space than traditional ground source systems, which makes achieving ultra low and zero carbon new build homes much more affordable. What's more, the system can meet the home's full annual heating and hot water requirements.
Fantastic.
I just can't get over the look of this kitchen.
Forget the heat recovery system. Look at this kitchen.
Exactly.
There's more to see. Next up, the lounge. Oh dear, just like that, the mood has dropped.
How are you feeling about it, Peter?
Disappointed.
Yeah?
Yeah, with the size. It's beautifully done for the size of the room that it is, but it's small.
Yeah.
For us, the living room, as well as the kitchen, is the way where we would ordinarily sort of relax. This wouldn't be big enough for family and friends, Christmas time and things like that.
Okay, Jarlath and Pete may find the lounge lacking, but there's still the whole of upstairs to explore yet, and I'm confident it will put the wind back in their sails.
Oh wow, we've got a library.
I was not expecting this.
There's oodles of space up here.
Oh, this is a good size, isn't it?
Nice, very nice.
Really good size.
Ensuite.
Yeah, it'll keep you happy, that's one of your things.
It will keep me happy.
On this floor, there's also a spacious contemporary family bathroom with 2 more very generous double bedrooms. The 4th and final bedroom could be a great study for Jarlath.
Oh, great office space.
I don't think you get any work done looking at that view.
That's very true. That is amazing. It's really annoying, isn't it? Because downstairs the living room was a real disappointment, but upstairs it has the wow factor again.
Yeah, this is made up for it a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
I sensed the upstairs would be a hit. As for the outside space, well, the views don't disappoint either.
When you talk about escaping to the country, it doesn't get much more country than this, does it? You've got cows as neighbours here.
The thoughtfully designed gravel garden was built with water conservation in mind. Traditional lawns are water hogs, but for every square foot of turf that's replaced with gravel, thousands of gallons of water are saved every year. The owners also added a rainwater harvest system. It supplies the outside taps and the inside toilets with recycled rainwater. So hosepipe bans won't stop the veggie plots and flower beds getting watered here.
I think it's missing a lawn, isn't it? A little bit.
That's the one thing we did see when we came outside. We were like, oh, there's no lawn. But
there's a lot of grass out there, though, that we don't need to mow.
No, that's right. Let's work it out, shall we? So, this garden, that view, this property, what do you think it's on the market for?
I'll go
you
first. £595,000.
OK.
And I actually think it's over budget. I'm going £620,000.
OK. Well, this might throw a spanner in your works because it's on the market for £499,995, a whopping £100,000 below budget.
It never is.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm amazed by that.
I am speechless. I can't believe that price. For that property, I'm sorry. that either you get your wallet out or we pop down to the estate agents.
This detached eco-home has a huge kitchen, dining, living room, 1 separate reception room and 4 bedrooms, including a master with an ensuite. Its green credentials reduce household bills to almost zero, and the gravel garden has a wonderful rural view. It could be Jarlath and Pete's new country home, for a price just shy of £500,000.
My chin nearly hit the floor, to be perfectly honest. I was stunned with that price. I didn't expect a house of this calibre to start with a number 4. I'm really, really happy that you've shown us this house, but there's an element there that is like, oh, if only that lounge was bigger. I think when we get back tonight, Jarlath and I will have quite a long discussion about this one. It's certainly thrown a spanner in the works. It wasn't something we were expecting.
It's a stunning kitchen diner and it has everything that you could possibly want. The living space upstairs is amazing and the views are immense. It's something that I haven't seen for a long time.
OK, we'll call that a day for now. Carry on tomorrow, shall we?
Let's do it.
Thank you.
If the Northamptonshire countryside has whetted your appetite, here's the lowdown on property prices in the county. The average cost of a detached house has risen by about 8% in the past year to just under £390,000, almost exactly the same as the UK average. Like many other areas of the country, local agents have seen a radical change in the property market here, as many of us reconsider how and where we want to live our lives.
The housing market in Northamptonshire over the last year has changed massively. The offering of the stamp duty saving, coupled with the low interest rates, the first-time buyer that can buy up to $600,000, and a lot of them are looking what they can get for their money. Why would they want a studio in London when they can have a nice 4-bedroom detached in Northamptonshire? You've got your downsizers, you've got your retirees, you've got people that have just considered life over the last year and now want more from their property. It could be that the rural location now offers them the outdoor space that they want, but also that all-important home office now that people's lives have changed.
A complete change is what Jarlath and Pete are seeking, and they've put aside £600,000 with which to do it. But whatever your budget, there's something for everyone in the glorious Northamptonshire countryside. £300,000 will buy you this semi-detached stone cottage in Blisworth, with a cosy reception room and 2 bedrooms. At the other end of the scale, this newly built detached property in Horton is on the market for £1 million. It has a 50-foot long kitchen, living, dining room and 4 bedrooms. Not quite ready to make a permanent move? No problem. This substantial 5-bed canal-side property is available to rent for £2,500 per calendar month.
Well, it was a great day of house hunting yesterday with Jarlath and Peter. I could tell that they're really starting to get excited about settling back here in the UK. We had some really positive reactions with our first 2 offerings, and it left them with a few compromises to consider. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they take to our mystery house today.
But first, I'm meeting the couple at Stanwick Lakes. This unique 750-acre nature reserve is at the heart of the Nene or Nen Valley. The correct pronunciation of Nen or Nene has been a hotly debated topic amongst locals for centuries, and it doesn't look to be resolved anytime soon. Visitors to the lake can run, walk, cycle or horse ride. There's a water play area, a sculpture trail, an outdoor theatre, picnic areas and an adventure playground. You can fish and birdwatch here too. No wonder then that it's regularly ranked amongst the county's top visitor attractions.
How does this compare to your walks in Bermuda?
Very different, Steve. One, it's an awful lot chillier, but in Bermuda there was no standing fresh water anywhere.
No.
So you didn't really have lakes like this to go and have a wander around.
Well, there's not much room for lakes, is there, on Bermuda?
There certainly isn't. There's enough water around it, though.
And, of course, the dog, somewhere like this, do you for that, Peter?
Fantastic. It would be ideal to bring a dog out here, wouldn't it? You look at it, it's beautiful. Acres and acres and acres of land to just wander around. Lots of bird life, lots of lakes.
I would like to start cycling again, and these paths are perfect for that.
Just picture it in the blue sky, eh?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, listen, I'm going to head off to the mystery house, make sure everything is up to scratch there, and I'll see you shortly.
Just a 10-minute drive from Stanwick Lakes, our whistle-stop tour of Northamptonshire continues with another of the county's market towns, Raunds. Home to around 8,500 people, Raunds is large enough to have all of the daily essentials at your fingertips and small enough to retain a lively community feel. Highlights of the town's calendar include the Mayor's Show, the annual town picnic and the Raunds Music Festival. Most importantly, the Northamptonshire countryside is easily accessible on foot here. Whichever way you walk out of town, you hit open countryside within minutes. A 2-minute walk from the town centre, down this quiet, narrow street, we find our mystery house. A 160-year-old converted chapel.
You know, sometimes the mystery house even catches me off guard. I love a property with history, and this certainly looks like it's got plenty of that. Wow, this house is certainly grand, and I like it. It's got a great feel about it, and I think that feeling of space is going to be something that's going to appeal to Jarlath and Peter too. This is another really nice room. Now, I don't know how big their family is, but I reckon there's room for them all in this place.
Living in a small market town with easy access to the countryside is an alternative way of experiencing rural life. Will it be for Jarlath and Pete? Time to find out.
Welcome to the mystery house.
Wow.
Plenty of mystery there, isn't there?
Certainly is a mystery house.
OK, so what are your first thoughts?
It's huge.
It's imposing. It looks amazing. I can't wait to get inside. Wow. Personally, it's not something I would have looked at. I don't know. I've never thought of living in a chapel.
Me neither.
We're just admiring the stonework, to be honest. It's an amazing building. You can't get away from that, and it stands out on the road without a shadow of a doubt.
I think all it's missing is stained glass.
Should we get inside, have a look?
Let's go.
Please.
The chapel was converted into a residential building in the year 2000 and is attached to a neighbouring property on one side. The front door is located on the other side of the building and leads into a spacious entrance hall.
And through into the first of the reception rooms.
This is a nice big size.
Great size, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nice high ceilings.
Yeah.
Nice high ceilings. I think the fact that it's square as well makes it easier to furnish. Definitely.
Yeah.
Look at you already thinking about how the furniture might fit.
On the other side of the entrance hall is a really rather impressive kitchen, living, dining room.
Wow.
Wow.
Soak it up. Soak it up.
This is massive.
It's absolutely huge.
And it's so well designed. It looks so pretty.
Yeah.
What a great kitchen. Kitchen, diner, living area.
That's exactly what you wanted, wasn't it?
I like the fact that there's a breakfast bar at the end of the island.
I like the oak worktops. There's not much in here I don't like.
No.
This would be the real heart and hub of the home, I guess.
And there's more space down here in the second reception room.
Another good space.
Yeah, it's a big room, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is.
Would you want this as the office? Or?
I'm not sure. It seems like a wasted space for an office, but it's an option. It's a definite option. I like it a lot. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
Jarlath seems to be warming to this property. Pete, less so. Perhaps upstairs a swing it, because the dimensions on offer here are supersized.
It's another big room.
That's a big one, isn't it?
I can't get over the size of these rooms.
Oh, it looks like there's an ensuite as well.
Oh, there is. Oh, that's lovely.
It's got everything you need, isn't it?
Yeah, it really has. I mean, it's a lovely room. I'm not sure it would fit us from our personality-wise.
I don't know. It's a nice bedroom, isn't it? It's got a nice ensuite.
But is nice enough?
I'm finding it hard to get a gauge on what they're thinking. They went upstairs and, again, they're happy with the kitchen dining area, but is the house overall what they're after? I'll find out when they get down.
Not only are the bedrooms bigger than anything I've shown them previously, there are more of them. There's a further double bedroom, also with an ensuite, a good-sized single, a family bathroom, and a fifth and final bedroom, used as an upstairs reception room.
Oh, nice. Extra sitting room.
There's enough rooms.
This is your office, really, isn't it, if you want it to be?
Yeah.
Ideal.
House done, we head for the garden. With a large deck and a shady seating area, it feels like a great entertaining space. Plus, it's got beautiful views of the town's church spire. All that's left is to put a price on the property.
What do you think it's on the market for?
Oh, that's a difficult one. I'm going to say £625,000.
OK.
It's a huge house, but I'm thinking £575,000.
OK, all right. It's on the market for £550,000.
OK.
Nice.
This converted chapel has a stunning kitchen diner and 2 reception rooms. Of the 5 bedrooms, 2 of them have en-suites, and there's a southwesterly facing garden. Sitting on a quiet residential street in a small market town, it's priced at £550,000.
We did want a lot of space, but the fact that it is a chapel and the age of the property is something that would be a bit of a worry for me, and it's not really something I could see myself living in.
I think walking around the house, I try to imagine ourselves in a year's time, what we would be like kind of walking around the property as owners, and I couldn't get that feeling at all as I was walking around that house. It didn't have that feel to it.
Well, you can't win them all. Market Town living in a converted chapel may not be for Jarlath and Pete, but I've no doubt this beautiful home will be snapped up very soon. Northamptonshire has a thriving network of small-scale, often family-owned food and drink producers. Beverly Ward is one of them. She moved here from London 5 years ago, and alongside her business partners, who are her mum and her brother, created a range of Caribbean-influenced sauces and relishes. I've come to meet Beverly at this farm shop in Chapel Brampton, another family-run business that's been providing local food producers with an outlet to sell their goods for more than 60 years.
Tell me a little bit about your move from London and how does lifestyle change moving up to a beautiful county like Northamptonshire?
Well, there are less nightclubs.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I'm not sure, actually. But we were in a flat, and you have the opportunity to own a house, you know, for a lot less money. It was great. It was the ideal move for us. We've got lots of country parks, we've got forests, we've got really nice walks, farms, so much more wildlife, and it's really nice to bring up children in this area.
One of the big benefits of moving to Northamptonshire was the opportunity to grow the family business.
My mum used to make this red sauce and give it away to friends and family, and it's a sauce that my great-grandmother used to make. So we started with the red sauce. I created the green sauce. The yellow sauce is my grandmother's recipe on my father's side, and that's a Bayesian-style hot sauce. And then I created the pineapple jam, and then my husband created the barbecue sauce.
Wow.
And from that, we press all our veg, and that creates our mashup, which makes it a no-waste product, and that's a great relish and marinade.
Oh, you know, when people talk about a family business, that is so many different inputs, histories, flavours, all coming together, isn't it?
Absolutely. It really is a strong family business.
I can't sit this close to the food and not try some, so may I?
You may. So what you've got is the barbecue sauce, which is absolutely... So have a dip of that. So it's got, we birchwood smoke the onions, garlic and Scotch bonnet chilies.
That is really nice. That is really nice. I've got to go in again. That is lovely.
Glad you like it.
This is really nice. Wow. And there's no way you're going to give me the recipe for that, is there?
No.
I wish you would. I don't want to try any of the others yet. I want to keep going on this. There's not enough cheese.
I've given you the pineapple chilli jam, which is a recipe I created for myself, and it makes a great accompaniment to cheese or on the side of a curry.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
That sweet, spicy kind of umami flavours is really, really good. I love it.
So, has the business grown? Have you had much support?
Yes, since we've moved up here, I joined an organisation called Made in Northants, and they support local producers, and they've helped me meet the community, find new outlets and stockists. So we've just outsourced to a manufacturer, so that's quite exciting. So we also do street food pop-ups. From those street food pop-ups, I'm looking to develop a range of ready meals, and we are working with the local farm in Great Oxenden and looking to develop a range of meals using products and meat from their farm.
Can you imagine your great nan thinking of how her special sauce has started a whole family empire?
To be honest, my mum says, oh, if my grandmother could see us now, you know, she does say it all the time. She said, who would believe it? You know, it is really nice to carry on a family legacy and, you know, make everybody proud.
And they stock this in the farm shop here?
They do, yes.
Good, because I know where I'm going next. Thank you so much. It's been lovely.
No problem.
That's you and the food. Well, I've certainly enjoyed looking around Northamptonshire this week. Let's see if Peter and Jarlath have thought exactly the same. Hi, you two. Oh, a cup of tea for me. Thank you very much. Has this time you spent in Northamptonshire, we've gone to the lakes, you visited different villages and towns. Can you see yourself becoming part of the community here?
Yeah, I certainly can. I mean, those lakes were wonderful. You know, I would be out, I'm sure, every day, all day, every day, walking the dog around there. It's a beautiful place.
I know we can pretty much rule out the Mystery House, but was there a favourite amongst the other two?
Well, I think we were both surprised we liked property number one. The village feel was lovely. Everything, the amenities were close by, 2 pubs that you could walk to, you know, a canal walk for the dog, that sort of thing, and good cycle paths, which was something that I noticed a lot, and it had a good feel about it.
For me, I think it was sitting out there in that garden when we viewed it. That was really nice. 1 or 2 issues with it, obviously, on the inside in terms of room sizes and things like that we need to kind of perhaps further discuss.
The only downside was it didn't have an ensuite, but I could actually compromise on that, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
On that.
Do you hear that word? You said compromise.
That's taken me by surprise.
OK, the big question is, what's next?
Yeah, I think if we're able to, we'll probably arrange a second viewing on house number 1.
Whether it's house number 1 or any other house in beautiful county of Northamptonshire, I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
And thanks for your help.
I'm so pleased to hear that Jarlath and Peter are heading back to take another look at that first property. And whether they end up putting a vegetable patch in that garden or another, I wish them the best of luck with their move to the Northamptonshire countryside. Join us again next time for another Escape to the Country.
After we left Jarlath and Pete, they decided that the ground floor layout of the first house was one compromise too far. However, their time with us, exploring Northamptonshire, has made them more determined than ever to start their new life in the English countryside. So, their search continues, and we hope it won't be too long until they're settled here. If you're looking to escape to the country in England, Wales, Northern Ireland or Scotland and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.